One was sitting on the road while holding her bag. Her tears were falling as the people passing by were staring at her with their eyes. Nobody was there to help her. She was alone at her as her mother died one day ago. She had nowhere to go. Everyone hated her because they called her unlucky. When she was born, her father died and her mother lost everything. Her mother lives on the road with the newborn, but then someone felt mercy and gave them a place to live without electricity and any other things. Her mother spent her whole life after that in poverty. She worked in people's houses and didn't get so much money. People always called her unlucky and hated her, but her mother loved her so much. She always said to her to be brave and didn't have money to study, so she was an educated girl. Man always cried about seeing people behave towards us. She always tried not to hurt anyone, but they still hated. They make fun of her even through trash at her sometimes. Her mother had so much debt to return after that man wanted to return, but nobody was helping to get a job. They all thought that if they had it, they would get dead. Now she was crying while missing her parents. If they were alive, they wouldn't let anyone hurt her. She was starving, nothing had anything to eat. She slept on the road because the dead kid's mothers were out of the house. Her tears didn't stop falling. She closed her eyes and started to blame herself. She wished not to be like this. My mother died and everyone left me. Don't talk to her like that. She's unlucky. Did I ask you get lost? You can live there. Let's go. I nodded and immediately sat down in the car with her. Mrs. Joy was so humble. She always had brothers because when she also lived like that. When I looked at the car and she also started and she sat in the car for the first time. She was forbidden finally someone elder. She didn't think that Mrs. Joy was a stranger because she was happy that Mrs. Joy didn't call her like a blackbird. The car entered the mansion and it was big and beautiful. And waiting after saying, "You live here?" Yes. They entered the mansion and she stayed at the mansion with big eyes. She never saw that type of mansion before. She thought that those type of houses only exist in movies. But her imagination, Mrs. Joy stopped and Mia came to give her a glass of water. Mia, go and show wine in her room. Mia looked at her and nodded. Well, wine had a beautiful hair and pretty as she was beautiful. While going towards the room, she just stayed at the mansion happily. Mia showed her room and she entered in it. It was big. Thank you. Well, who are you? Why did she bring you here? I was sitting on the run. She had me. Mia's expression fell as she nodded and walked up and felt it when she sat down on the bed and stayed at the room. Suddenly she looked down and all the things started coming to her mind. Her tears again started falling. Many things happened to her in her life. She was so young and everything went through so much in her short life. She just said that she didn't know what to do. She closed her eyes while thinking about her life. She thought her life would change because she wished for good. At night, Mrs. Joy. She's a helpless girl. Her mother died, and people were making fun of her. She was crying while sitting on the road. I felt so much bad. She didn't help. You did good. But why did you bring her here? You should send her to the helping center. I thought she would be happy here. She wanted a job, so I decided to give her. She's so innocent. She's not a clever girl. You can see the innocence on her face. They were having conversation and was ever having dinner. They had only one son, and that was Janku. They were so rich and business even out of the country. In the morning, late night, when last night man ate so much food as she was eating after 2 days, she really liked it and was thankful to Mrs. Joy with all her heart. Now she was sitting in her room and decided to do work as she didn't sit all day. She was about to walk up, but then she suddenly felt like someone was finding something. She looked outside the window and it was her bag, which she brought with her. When she came out, the maids put her bag on fire. Why did you do that? When sad feeling with tears, she loved her bag so much because she put a photo of her parents in it. She had many things about her mother which she never wanted to lose. Her tears started falling, but she was trying to take the things out of it. Maids were watching her while covering their mouths because of the smoke. He came out the car and Sari walked towards her along with his guards, and she looked at him. What happened? He asked. They burned my bag. He looked at me angrily. Everything got burned. Don't worry, he ordered his guards to throw the bag and gave her everything, and they did what he said. She was finally built and thanked him while trying to control her tears. They gave her things which was not fully built. They looked at the one grabbed her things and helped us, and I looked at the men. They were staring at her with hateful eyes. She got up and didn't believe that a good people also lived in this world. She thanked the guard and walked inside the mansion. He will give her extra what I believe that, and the be hemmed. Man put her things in the room and was sitting with Mrs. Joy. She was telling her everything. I can do everything. I can cook, man said. Okay, so choose what you want to do. Okay, I will take the cleaning. Mrs. Joy swallowed me up and we cut punishment for what they did. So you don't have to worry. I never let any of the men insult another. So don't worry and go on what you want to do. And then man was laying on the bed peacefully. She did work and was so happy that finally someone helped her and gave her a job. While thinking what did her mom came across her mind as she saw her mom doing work so much and getting insulted many times. Her mother lived a miserable life and people blamed it for why. The pain her mother had gone through and gave Give one break, but tears started falling. 1 month later, man was cleaning the floor. Suddenly, he came out of the room. He looked at her and he found her really sweet. He was doing the work with full passion, and even though it was just clean, she looked at him. Good morning, boss. He nodded and good morning. He smiled and walked out of there. She was the only young maid. He walked out and she then started working. She had not trusted him. She just wanted to have a good life. At night, there was a party in the mansion, and his friends were also coming. Man cleaned everything and was preparing food for tables, and then slowly the guests started coming. Man was wearing a dress which was for maid. She was so excited to see more people. She liked to see rich people's dress. He was fully dressed and was waiting for the guests, and finally his fiancée came with her family. Everyone came at the party was going very well. Ruby's fiancée was looking so beautiful. One stared at her from the kitchen. Half of the time passed and everyone was invited, but suddenly Mrs. Joy and Ruby's dad got into an argument. The argument turned ugly by passing time. Jack was trying to keep things normal, but Ruby's dad was so fiercely winning and we were laughing while staring at them. So rich people fight like this, they said while smiling, and Twan didn't look away from a minute. You are just a he shouted at Mrs. Joy. Uncle, you don't have a to say this to my mother. Your mother has to everything to say, and she also shouted back at him while he was it. She didn't say anything bad to your father. Your father is using loose man. She is using because your mother is having and is expecting when he got angry. And Mrs. Joy was trying to shut them. But why did you say how my mother deserves? Yes. Get out of here right now. I break the engagement and every deal. Get out of here. I don't want to see your face again. Okay, I also don't want to live with you. And again, your mother deserves it. You also deserve it when your father abused you. He was so fierce. Get out of my way, idiot. She walked out with her father. Everything, please leave us alone. Everyone left and now his family was there. I don't want to be with her. If she can't respect elders, then how can she respect me? Mom was talking with his dad with manners. He started using loose language, but then she still brings pretty heavy with me. Don't break your cable. She's also like a dad. I can't bear her behavior. Everything is over. Nobody deserves respect and don't force me to break the engagement. With her mouth open, she immediately went back and me pulled her. He needs to forgive her. Don't worry. Don't worry. Knows what to do. You don't have to feel bad. Why are you crazy? Why were you still standing there and watching them? Janku doesn't like it. But I was just watching. Don't do that again if you want to live here. That was the first time they got into a fight because they are considered to be the most humble business family. The next day, Mrs. Joy was crying as she was blaming herself for everything. She was always like this from her childhood. She regretted talking about business. Three days started fighting. But it turned to be so bad. Now my mother came and saw her crying while sitting. Why are you crying? Mrs. Joy said everything happened because of me. She left because of me. No, because she was behaving badly last night. I started. Yes, but I still felt I did something wrong. You shouldn't think this. Forget about this. People know you are not like this. She closed her mouth. Stop worrying. When did you return it? When was smiling. And as she was laying, but suddenly his voice came. She heard his wife. She was sweating her stomach. She became afraid of him because he was so cold. He was so stubborn. He never cared about his own feelings just because of ego. He was always like that. He never liked manners because he never respected anyone in his life. He believed in giving respect and taking respect. 6 months later, he was sitting in front of his parents while talking about business. One came and placed the cups in front of them. Thank you, my man smiled and wagged heavily. He looked at his mom. Why are you so kind towards her? Why do you like her more than others? Because she's so simple. I like her. I see my past in her eyes. He looked at her as she was walking towards the kitchen. A year passed and she was still there. She was happy because everyone started behaving good with her. Now she was sitting on the stairs of the mansion, was leaning at the glass. She didn't know that someone was watching her from the window. He was looking at her and his mother was talking about her. I want to see her as your wife. He looked at her mother, but he's look at her. She will always give you happiness. Mom, but why are you talking about? I don't want to do this. Jungkook's your age of marriage. You don't like any girls from the rich families marrying you will look good for us. But she's uneducated. Then provided education after marriage. He couldn't believe what his mom was saying. Well, his mother insisted so much. At first he didn't listen to her, but then he agreed to marry Van and they got married. Van was so happy because she never believed that she could marry a rich man like him. Well, he was also so kind and finally she had someone with her. They came back from the wedding and everything went so well. He didn't hurt her or say any hurtful things to her. And the next day, one came out of the room and fell on as she was wearing heels and didn't know how to walk in them. He was behind her after by smiling. She also smiled and don't know how to walk in them because I have never worn them before. She said, don't worry, you will learn to walk in them, not change them. They came out and sat down with all the guests. His father were also there. They talked and enjoyed it so much. He danced with her. I didn't show her that he didn't love her. He didn't hate her. He liked her because she was so sweet for him. 1 month later, they came to the restaurant and while Ubi was passing by there, she stopped and looked at them. She walked towards them and he looked at her knowingly. So she is your wife. What do you like in her? everything. He got pissed so easily. Now leave us alone. So where are you from and who is your dad? I born in this city and my dad was businessman. So what do you like about him? And why are you asking this? Just go. Well, Vine, you made a mistake by marrying him, okay? She looked at him with tearful eyes and walked out. Vine was staring at both of them. Ignore her, she's just a jealous person. Vine nodded, and you were both looking very pretty. She got shy and smiled. After that, they went back to home. She was standing while holding her cell phone, but she came and she looked at him. He was holding a box. This is for you, she grabbed while smiling and opened it. It was a beautiful necklace and with the first alphabet of her name. Do you like it? Yes, so much. I loved it. She hugged him and he smiled widely. Feel good. He broke the hug and she was so pretty. She smiled and again hugged her. Everything was going well. They were like a happy couple. But suddenly one day his mom died in an accident. And he came to know about it. Her accident, he rushed towards the hospital, but she was already dead. He got heartbroken. He saw her happiness gone. Now he was standing in front of her, coughing with his father. One was outside. A man came and looked at her photo and she is dead. He said, well, and I guess, but how do you know and why are you asking about her? Who are you? He asked from that man. I saw her when she was talking and taking one with her. I told her not to help her because she is unlucky and has a bad fit. But she doesn't listen to me. What do you mean? Means when lived in our hometown, nobody likes her because she was born, her father died, and then they became poor and her mother died. People called her unlucky because the people person loses everything. His father didn't believe that he had a seriously. He took it. He tried to shrug it off, but that words didn't leave him. He cried so much for his mom. Well, after that, they went back, and he didn't believe it. He tried to move on. 1 month later, he was sitting in his office, but then suddenly his secretary entered while breathing heavily. Boss, we lost so much money. Our new product fails. He got up and what? Yes, they might seal our company. He got worried and walked out with her. After he lost, the company got banned and suddenly he and his father were so worried. He did so many meetings and conferences, but nothing changed. He tried to prove the government banned his company. He tried to give them money, but refused to take it. His whole business got destroyed and he was going crazy day by day. Now he was sitting while holding his head. All these words of a dead man were coming into his eyes. Man came and sat down beside him while holding the file. He looked at her and she was holding some reports and started smiling. Why are you smiling? I closed everything and you were happy. No, don't worry, everything will come back. How is she? He shouted, tell me how she flinched. Get out of here. I don't want to see your face. Why are you mad at me? I came to tell you about our new happiness. Which she was so worried. What do you mean? Are you? She nodded. So this baby will also come out like you, unlucky black pet. Tear formed into her eyes. You are saying that all this happened because of me? Yes, after marrying you. I love you. She tried to hug him, uh, but I don't. I hate you. You are heartbroken. After hating that, don't say that. No, you are just hanging. No, I'm saying this truth. You are just a headache. He took off running and she was I'm glad because of you. This happened to me. I can't live with you. I just made up my mind. You deserve to do. I don't have any place to go. She was crying like a mess. Just get out of here. He grabbed her hand and threw the reports on her face. I don't want this baby. He grabbed her hand and walked over, bringing her with him. She was begging to stop. He threw her out of the house. She got up and Janku, don't do this. I don't have a place to go. Don't do this to me. I love you so much. Now go. I can't get destroyed more. Just go. He walked into the mansion, leaving her on the road. She sat there and just cried and didn't come out. She just got up and started walking while crying. After all her life, nobody loved and blamed her. He started doing the same. He decided he hated her, which broke her mind. She loved him so much he left her and believed her on that useless thing. She started hating her as she was walking barefoot on the road. Nobody was there for her. She knew where her faith would have led her. Now she had the same faith as her mother. She thought, and everyone hated me. I am really unlucky. Why I am like this? Why they called me unlucky and behaved with me like this? Why don't I deserve love? She was so heartbroken by thinking of this. She was crying. I didn't know what way she was going. Suddenly she stopped and maybe pain go away now. She closed her eyes while laying lifeless on the door.